we gather today to honor those who have come before us. A memorial ceremony to recall the teachings of our ancestors and to recall their names. We chant sutras, our scriptures, to help us see clearly. We recite names to help us know that we are not alone. We are not alone to face the great mountain of suffering, the great ocean of tears that have been emanating from racial injustice, economic depression, and a global pandemic. We're not alone because our scriptures teach us that this world is like a net of jewels. Each one of us a precious stone, a jewel cut in such a way that if we care to look deep enough, every person is a mirror in an infinite and interlinked web of life. And it is because we are interlinked that our destinies are intertwined. Verse 1 of the Shiguseigan declares, Shujo Muhen Seigan Do. Sentient beings are innumerable, yet we vow to liberate all. Nobody can be truly free until we all, without exception, all are free. The path of liberation is therefore not accomplished alone, but only together do we rise up. In the Buddhist tradition, we say that liberation is like a bird taking flight, with one wing of wisdom, the ability to see things clearly, and the other wing, the wing of compassion, the ability to feel the suffering of others as our own. We can't fly to freedom if both wings are not activated. With these tsuru, these origami paper cranes numbering over 125,000, representing those of Japanese ancestry who experienced incarceration back in World War II, with these tsuru, we honor the interlinked histories of communities and the solidarity of liberation together. Today, at Higashi Honganji, a historic Buddhist temple in LA's Little Tokyo, we will activate these tsuru crane by reciting select names of our Japanese American community's ancestors, as well as the names of those from other communities who have also experienced racialized incarceration and violence, family separation, and unjust deportation. Anytime during this ceremony, we therefore invite you to submit in the chat section of this live stream any names of people whom you would like the clergy to recite. And our colleagues in New York, San Francisco, and Mexico will do so, even after the formal close of our memorial service. Today, we activate these cranes through the recitation of scripture and names, because in each fold of these origami paper crane resides a prayer, a yearning for freedom, and an intimation of the many paths we'll need to fly to get there. So, how do we make paper cranes fly? Let us look deeply into our own mirror to see how we can bring the two wings, our wisdom and compassion, our skills, our particularities, to bring down that mountain of suffering. And let us look deeply into the mirrors that are others, to see how we can alleviate suffering in any part of that infinite web of life. For when we alleviate suffering in one jewel of the net, that transformation and healing inevitably resonates throughout the whole net. Moving a mountain, making paper cranes fly, seemingly impossible tasks made possible only when we walk the path of liberation together. This journey of freedom is not without pitfalls. When we inevitably stray from the path, let us recall the words attributed to Dharma Daishi, Nanakorobi Yaoki in the Japanese, 7 times falling down, 8 times get up. When we stumble, we get back up. 1,000,000 times falling down, 1,000,001 times we rise back up. Today, the tsuru are rising. the paper cranes fly.
Future 世芸マカハンニャハラミエタ信行不従する功徳は We dedicate the merits of reciting the Sansege and the Heart Sutra by honoring and recalling the names of Sachiko Tanabe, August 1944, Japanese Peruvian, 11-year-old, drowned in water at the Crystal City internment camp, Texas. Together, we recall and honor Angela Valeria Martinez, June 2019, El Salvadoran 23-month-old, drowned in the Rio Grande with her father during a border crossing. We recall and honor Juichi Tsumi, December 1941, the 42-year-old Mexican national of Japanese heritage, rounded up by U.S. security agencies immediately after Pearl Harbor, confined at the Tuna Canyon Detention Station in California, and then deported to Mexico. Together, we recall and honor Johanna Medina Leon, June 2019, 25-year-old El Salvadoran transgender nurse and asylum seeker, died in the ICE Immigration Otero County Processing Center in New Mexico after being denied medical care whilst in the midst of deportation proceedings. We recall and honor James Hatsuaki Wakasa, April 1943, 65-year-old Japanese cook shot by military police sentry whilst taking a walk parallel to the fence at the WRA camp in Topaz, Utah. Together we recall and honor Ahmad Aubrey, February 2020, 25-year-old unarmed black man shot by vigilantes in a pickup truck while jogging in his neighborhood in Glenn County, Georgia. We recall and honor Tatsuo Ryusei Inoue, December 1943, a 33-year-old Japanese confined in a prison within a prison, enduring a hunger strike within the Tula Lake stockade to protest food shortages and the brutal treatment of community leaders in the Tula Lake concentration camp, California. Together we recall and honor Ronald Umanya, March 2020, 30-year-old immigrant from El Salvador who endured a hunger strike within the ICE detention facility in Hudson County, New Jersey, demanding toilet paper and soap for immigrant detainees to protect themselves from the COVID-19 virus. We recall and honor Hirota Isomura, July 1942, 59-year-old fisherman forcibly removed from his home in San Pedro, California, shot by a U.S. Army guard, accused of trying to escape the U.S. Army camp Lordsburg, New Mexico, despite being physically disabled and barely able to walk. Together we recall and honor Breonna Taylor, March 2020, 26-year-old African-American emergency medical technician, killed in her own bed at her Louisville, Kentucky apartment by police officers who had stormed in without knocking or identifying themselves, striking her with at least 8 shots. We recall and honor Jungo Kino, December 1941, a 65-year-old Japanese garage mechanic shot in Stockton, California due to rising anti-Japanese vigilantism after the Pearl Harbor attack. Together we recall and honor Boy Chung, March 2020, a Burmese-American father attacked and stabbed in a Sam's Club in Midland, Texas, by a man claiming that Chinese-looking people were spreading the COVID-19 virus. We recall and honor Kanesaburo Oshima, May 1942, 58-year-old Japanese store owner shot by guards in the back of the neck at the fence at the Fort Sill internment camp in Oklahoma, leaving behind his wife and 11 children in Kona, Hawaii. Together, we recall and honor George Floyd, May 2020, an unarmed 46-year-old black man and father of 5 children, killed by a knee of a police officer on his neck for 8 minutes 46 seconds. His last words, "Mama, please," and "I can't breathe." We recall and honor James Ito, December 1942. A 17-year-old Japanese American born in LA, shot by military police in the haze of tear gas during the WRA Camp Manzanar protest against unfair police arrests. Killed instantly while officers shouted, "Remember Pearl Harbor." Together we recall and honor David McAtee, June 2020. 46-year-old black business owner in Louisville, Kentucky. Shot and killed by police during a protest centered on the deaths at the hands of police officers of Breonna Taylor and George Floyd. 願わくはこの黒くをもってあまねく一切に及ぼし、我々と主上皆共に仏道を上善こと。We have recalled and honored the names of those who have come before us. May they, together with us and all sentient beings, achieve liberation together.
Namu Ke Butsu.
Namu Kie Butsu.
Namu Ke Ho.
Namu Kie Ho.
Namu Ke So.
Namu Kie So.